welcome back. It's The Beer's Gone Bad.
Beer flows like wine.
Tonight we're doing a special feature night. We're going back to Firestone, Paso Robles, California.
What? By the way, we had a little equipment malfunction. That's why we're kind of where we're at in our beer.
We're on to camera 2 tonight. We've halfway poured this one. We actually got into a specialty beer tonight from Firestone. Scott, what are we drinking?
We are drinking beer. I didn't know what we were drinking, I'm sorry. Walker's Reserve. It's a porter from Firestone.
It's the reserve beer, actually.
Yeah, it's the Walker's Reserve, yeah.
So this guy's going to come in at 5.9 ABV. It's going to put you back at about $4.50 actually. That's actually a lot less than normal. So
yeah, not too bad. Not too shabby.
No, not at all, actually. Any of those that you don't know where Paso Robles is, we're about 100 miles north of Santa Barbara. This is a good little beer, dude. We used to drink a lot of Firestone in college.
Good.
And since then, I haven't really touched it again. So I'm
Central
glad to be back. There you go. Firestone. Walker's Reserve. This guy's dark, man. 1 Bud Light, 10 Rasputin. We just did Rasputin, and you know what? This one's coming back out of 10 for me. I can't see through it.
I'm not going to argue. That's a good call.
It's got a nice tan head to it, so...
There's a lot of things that are telling me that this beer doesn't mess around. A, it's a Walker's Reserve.
1, and
I just,
2B, it's a porter.
I can't help but draw the parallel between Walker's and Walker Texas Ranger. And he didn't take a whole lot.
Is this going to kick your ass or what?
It might. It might spin kick my ass. So that's where we're at with this one. Yeah, porter.
Cheers,
man. Bear and a tiger fighting. Lion fighting. Can't think of anything more.
Not even fighting, but they're putting their dukes like this. Yeah. This is how the lion's fighting.
The only thing that could be more badass if there was maybe like a robot coming in on a rope.
Oh god, that would be awesome actually.
Just overkill. Most epic bottle ever.
I kind of like these reserves. I'm enjoying it.
What are you getting on taste there, Pat? It's not as heavy.
You know,
again, for a beer that gets a 10, like we just did Old Rasputin.
Just remember what this is. This is a porter.
No, I got it.
You're putting this up against your Taddies. You're almost like
the Taddy's the same way. It's sweeter. It's a little bit lighter. It looks dark. It looks intimidating, but it's not that beer that's like, again, fork and knife.
Like a drink that was like this. There was a beer we drank that was like, wow, this was not what I thought it was gonna be. Was it the cherry chocolate stout?
No, it was the.
Or that was one of them, by the way. I don't remember what the other one was though.
Because the cherry chocolate stout still had a lot of flavor. It was a little bit more heavy than that. We just drank the.
This beer comes across as an extremely dark beer, but it does not taste like that.
We just did an imperial stout like this. Samuel Smith.
Oh, that's right.
Samuel Smith. Imperial stout. Yeah, 100%. It was a little bit sweeter. It had that intimidating dark beer look. Like, oh my god, it's a 10. It's dark. It's whatever.
And you drink it, and it's actually somewhat crisp.
But then you get those beers like the Rasputin, which is also an imperial stout, is it not?
A Russian imperial stout, though.
In thick
but this is a porter, though.
Balls, dude. This is a porter. But again, just for the analogy, it's dark. It's a 10. It looks intimidating in the glass, but completely drinkable. Not that heavy.
The porter to me is a drink that if you like those stouts, you like the look of a dark beer, a double IPA, an imperial stout, you like that idea, but you don't necessarily want to get into it neck deep. Like, this is a great alternative for you to jump into a beer that's halfway crisp, and you probably drink 2 or 3 of them and feel alright.
I'm with Pat on that one. Porters have always, to me, looked dark, tasted lighter, almost like a brown ale, where it's a little bit sweeter and not that heavy. And, you know, if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but by golly, this is not a very heavy beer. And for the most part, Taddy Porter as well, a sweeter beer that you can have a couple of them at the bar and not feel like that's your meal for the evening.
Do you taste like... I taste chocolate in there. I taste a little bit of coffee. I know I read it on the internet, but I'm actually tasting like a caramel or like a toffee kind of flavor.
I was going to say caramel. Toffee is probably a better call, right?
I'm getting toffee, like the really like hard nougat crunch that you get in like a candy bar. It tastes like that to me.
You know what it is? It's calling to my British side. The toffee is just coming out.
The Violet Crumble. Do you know that candy bar, the Violet Crumble?
No.
Introduced that back in middle school. Quintessential English candy. All it is a light chocolate coating with a toffee inner center. That's all it is.
Simplicity is the beauty of those British candies.
That is amazing, by the way.
The orange, have you seen the orange? It's basically like...
Oh, dude,
yeah.
So good.
Right?
What are you gonna... So this guy's a 10. What are you gonna put as a flavor-wise? And where are you gonna enjoy this?
Flavor
I
wise,
think we got about 3 here.
3 minutes. Flavor wise, I'm gonna put it probably about a 7. I would definitely buy it again. For me, at $4.50, it's an alternative to Taddy because I think Taddy's a little bit pricier.
At $4.50, that's a freaking steal. The other 22s are like $5 to $7.
100%. And then, yeah, it's a really good beer for what it is and what it does. So, 7.5.
It's not necessarily high in alcohol content, but I respect that though at 5.9.
I'd rather have a beer that tastes good at 5.9 than something that's just I'm choking down at 9%.
That is true. I'll give this a 6.5. This one's not that bad.
You're not gonna buy it again?
No, I would buy anything over 6 to me. I'd buy.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5 solely because I feel like if I'm gonna drink a beer in this color palette, I'm gonna go for a different experience.
My time and place on this thing.
Talk me into it. What do you got?
Right off the bat, I'm thinking kind of a cold evening, again, autumn. Going into autumn, you're getting your heavier beers. Not that heavy. I'm going out. It's my first beer of the night. I'm not having it with dinner. I might be having it when everyone else is having a Hefeweizen. I'm going to order this.
You're that guy that's going to order the dark beer?
Yeah, but because it's not that
Respect
heavy.
that, dude.
It's not that heavy of a beer. Everyone else is going to do their hefs. And I'm going to take my porter.
Hey, I'll take a shock top. I'll take a hef. Yeah, you know what? I'll take a Firestone Porter.
What?
Special Walker's Reserve.
Yeah, no big deal.
Walker's Reserve.
And that's where it is for me. This is a good kick the night off with a couple beers, two tops probably before you're switching
This would be
gears.
a great starter. You'd lay a nice thick base down for your whole night of drinking.
Yeah, and you're coming out saying, you know what? I'm not afraid of the beer tonight.
I'm not. Give me 2 of these and let's take some shots.
Exactly. So this is a good starter evening. Again, not a hot day beer, but a good autumn beer.
You rated it what? 7.5?
Yeah, I gave it a 7.5.
And I gave it a 6.5, so we're at a 7 average on this one. So you know what? Firestone, good on you, man. I haven't drinking this beer in a long time. I've actually never had this beer, but I haven't drinking anything from Firestone in a long time. And you guys
and your
are still holding solid.
Pulled pork sandwich is amazing, by the way.
Pulled pork sandwiches.
And the fries, the basket fries. And
Are they owned by the same people? Firestone and San Luis Obispo?
That's a Firestone brewery in San Luis Obispo.
That is a good point.
And
To
it's
wrap
not really
this up
a
here,
brewery, but
you know what? We're 2 dudes. We like craft beer, and we honestly think you should too. So get out there, support your local brewery, drink craft beer, and make this world a different place. Oh my God.
You know what? Get out there. Let everybody know what you think about it. Get on Twitter. Get on Facebook. Get on YouTube.
Let us know what you think.
Oh my God, we are just right there and saying that. That was Wheezing the Juice for those of you.
Wheezing the Juice.
The Encino Man inside track.
That was good. You guys, we're the Beers Gone Bad. Thanks for checking in again, guys.
Beer flows like wine.
We will see you next time.
God, you took the words right out of my mouth again. It's the same more.
Bye. In tune. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Woo! Oh, you